A good early Wednesday morning here. It's National Signing Day, and you're keeping up with all the Vol coverage here at Volquest.com. I'm Eric Kane. That is Brent Hubbs. And again, Brent, a lot of hay's been in the barn for a long time. We expect Tennessee's entire class to be signed here in just the next couple hours. It'll be, before you leave the AM part of your day. Tennessee already has 15 early enrollees practicing on campus right now. There's going to be 18 early enrollees altogether. Should be pretty anticlimactic today, but hey, you never know. It is National Signing Day.
Yeah, but it is very different. It's very different than what it used to be on those February days where you were trying to hang on to the end and see, what happens there. So many of these kids now commit back in June. I think that's one of the reasons why you're going to see some continued topic about how to adjust the recruiting calendar for coaches to try to take some of the burdens off of the month of December, the early part of December. But that's a topic for another day for Tennessee. As you mentioned, Tennessee with 15 early enrollees already here. They'll welcome in Larry Johnson. They'll welcome in Cam Selden and Hobbs as the other three members of the early enrollees. They'll be here in January, just not here for bowl practices. And then the rest of the class will be assembled there. But easy day and an easier day for Josh Heupel and his coaching staff for sure.
I guess only the drama was, of course, Sylvester Smith. He decommitted from Tennessee, flipped to Auburn over the weekend, and that was a guy that we knew you had to pay attention to. Yeah, that's a name that Austin Price mentioned back when the Auburn situation occurred. That says, hey, whoever's coming into Auburn, you got to watch out because he's one of the highly rated prospects in that state. They're going to come after him. But in terms of the drama, that's pretty much it. I mean, Tennessee's going to sign a ton of guys already this morning, and when you look at this class, Brent, what do you like about this class overall? You take the five-star quarterback in Nico Iamaleava out of the conversation here. I continue to like the way the defensive side of the football has been built, especially getting after the passer. Josh Heupel made that a priority last cycle, and he's bringing in two really intriguing prospects, one of which is already on campus, and Caleb Herring, and the other, Shandavion Bradley. I like that position in this class.
Yeah, I think for me, the position that stands out is I like what they're doing at linebacker. I think Bradley and Herring are both really intriguing prospects, but they're those are guys who have to add weight. They're going to need some work, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think you get many ready-made edge rushers out of the gate, but I think that those are two really intriguing prospects. But when I look at them, I like them more and more at linebacker. The more I look at Jeremiah Telander, who's already here, and what he did at the high school level, playing in Gainesville, Georgia, high quality football. The production that he has and that he had at the high school level is really, really good. The more time I spent with Arian Carter, the more I'm impressed with what he's about, kind of his makeup and what he is all about. I think that's a guy who's an inside backer who could jump and flash quickly at Tennessee. And then I think Jalen Smith has got a chance. Jalen's probably not hardly as long as those other two, but I think, again, playing out of a good program, productive player. I think overall defensively, if you're taking Nico out of the equation, and that's not a knock on Bison Lang, and that's not a knock on Aiden Bustle, and a knock on anything on offense, Nathan Leacock. But I just think when you look at this team, there's so much confidence, Eric, in this program on the offensive side of the ball because of what Josh Heupel's been able to do everywhere he's been as an offensive play caller. And that's not to say there's not confidence in Tim Banks, but I think you and I both agree they need more parts, they need more pieces, and I think what they are adding today to those parts and pieces on the defense side of the ball is the most impressive thing about this class. And we kind of talked about that. When they first got here, you said, well, what can they get done on defense? And we kept saying, what is the defense, right? You got to see it. You need to see it. You had all the tangible evidence of what the offense was going to be, but what are they going to be defensively? Now that they've had 2 seasons of it, the style that they're going to play, it's given them a chance to go out and be successful recruiting.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, of course, what a Cam Selden looks like in this class expected to sign today, and kind of reaffirm that with Volquest yesterday. And I'm intrigued to see what Khalifa Keith looks like at running back and Nathan Laycock at receiver. But going back to the defensive side of the football, again, you mentioned linebackers. Tyree Weathersby is a guy that I think is super intriguing. David Hobbs is going to get all the love from the interior, as he should, one of the better players in the country. and he's got room to add some more good weight. And, there's a lot of intrigue there. But Tyree Weathersby is a guy that I think is no one knows who he is right now, but potentially could come in and do some things here in his Tennessee career. Another guy that's expected to sign here with Tennessee today.
Yeah, and we talk about the lack of drama. Part of the reason why there's a lack of drama today is because of how loyal and committed guys like Weathersby have been to Tennessee. Okay, I
Mhm.
mean there were some schools called, and tried to get him to visit, wanted him to come, come take a look at things, but he was, he shut it down and he was done. I think while Keith was here on his official visit, his phone rang multiple times from other coaches who wanted to see if he was interested in taking a look at things in a rush right at the end. So I don't want it to sound like nobody ever called any of Tennessee's commitments and tried to get him to visit. Those are two guys right there that Tennessee had a good enough a relationship with that it didn't seem to matter for them, which obviously is a good thing. But back to your point about Weathersby, I think that's a guy who has had a really good senior year, who took a big step between his junior and senior year in terms of production, in terms of the way he played. I think that's a great eval by Tennessee to take him early. And because they did, he remained loyal to Tennessee. I think in the end, that's going to pay off big for Tennessee.
Well, Tennessee has 24 commits entering National Signing Day, expected to sign all these guys. Of course, we've already mentioned 15 already on campus right now practicing for the Orange Bowl. Can't play, but are in practice. You'll have 3 more of that mix as well as early enrollees. Got some transfers already on campus practicing, but that's a conversation that does not revolve around this recruiting class. But it's going to be a fun day, and we got plenty of stuff to keep you up to date at Volquest.com. Brent Hubbs, we're going to have some great written content, but also we're going to have some great videos like the one right here with Director of Scouting and Rankings, Charles Powers over at On3. We're going to catch up and look at the 2024 class. That'll come out later today, maybe tomorrow. But also, we're going to be live on our YouTube channel at 11:30 today, answering everybody's questions and kind of tying a bow and recapping the day as well.
Well, yeah, you hope that there's no drama this
Yeah.
morning, that thing goes normal according to script. I mean, everything feels right. All the kids are saying the right thing. I've had enough prospects through the year tell me the right thing the night before and something crazy happened. So there's not a coach at Tennessee that's going to rest completely easy until all of the hay is in the barn. Much of it's already here, as you mentioned, practicing. But until everybody gets in the boat, there will be plenty of there will remain anxiousness until all the paperwork is in for sure. So hopefully it goes according to script. By the time we're on with the YouTube live show, we'll be talking a lot about what this class looks like and also what it looks like going forward with potential transfers and in that 24 class, as you mentioned.
Again, that'll be at 11:30 coming up later this morning, a live YouTube show by searching the Volquest channel. Subscribe to that as well, but you can find us there on the YouTube channel. For Brent Hubbs, I'm Eric Kane. We've got all your Tennessee Volunteer recruiting, signing day central, everything you possibly need to know. It's at Volquest.com. Stay up to date with us and stay in the know for Tennessee recruiting, all that and more at Volquest.com.